Alright, here's the video review for the new S.H.Figuarts Akiba Rangers Akiba Blue, or Mitsuki Ayagi. I think that's how you say her last name, or Ayagi Mitsuki. Oh man, okay, here we go. So I had a little trouble getting this girl. My regular source is CS Toys International, but PayPal had some problems, and it wasn't CS Toys' fault, but PayPal wouldn't let them, make orders and stuff, so I had to go to a different store. So this is the first time I've tried ordering from Highway Link Japan, and it wasn't that bad. So here we got the box. Akiba Blue, just like Akiba Red, and the official stamp is right there, which I think is a nice touch. Excellent box. I really love this box. There's the side. She's doing a pose. There's the back, showing 3 different poses you can get the figure in, and some bios that I wish I can read. And another pose. That one looks really nice. And here we go again. So let's open. Oh, the slit's kind of caught in the lip. There we go. Just like S.H.Figuarts fashion, is in a nice tray that holds everything together. Inside you get this very, very nice back panel. I think it's the first Sentai release figure set, the Akiba Rangers, to have a designer back card, I think, because the Shinkengers and the Gokaigers had just a plain silver card. This one actually has the Akiba Ranger logo. Unofficial Sentai Akiba Ranger. I don't know what this says. I'll figure it out later. Nothing on the back, but this is really nice. This is nice for a display. And you get instructions also in the box. Alright. So, this has no tape. Sometimes boxes will have tape on the sides for protection. Alright, let me tilt the camera. Here in the box you get the very beautiful figure of Akiba Blue. 3 different scarves. The Z-Tune Oi Magnum, and about 5 sets of hands, which is actually a lot of hands. Okay, so let's pick her out. I usually take out Figuarts by the feet, but I got something I can pull on this time. And I failed at it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so she wasn't wrapped up in plastic protection that you have to take apart her stomach area from her waist. It was actually just wrapped around there to keep the paint on the skirt, nice and safe. So I love this. Okay, here we have Mitsuki. Oh, she's really lovely. Very, very nice figure. The blue is just beautiful to look at. It's not as dark a blue as Gokai Blue and Shinken Blue, but it's not very light like for example, Hurricane Blue or Jet Swallow. It's not that light, but it's not as dark either. Okay. Nice detail on the legs, and got really cool boots. Very nice articulation, as of regular S.H.Figuarts fashion. I really like the shoulder joints. And then double hinged elbow joints on both sides, and the swivels at the fist. I will say that these arms, they don't feel fragile. Don't get me wrong, they don't feel fragile, but they are significantly smaller. Like, I don't know, I think the material, just the design of the suit itself makes her arms feel smaller than if you're playing with a female Figuart for the Shinkengers or the Gokaigers. It just feels that way, but she's still a great figure. There was no extra skirt pieces included in this set. And I don't think you really need one, because the articulation's not hindered. I mean, you still have great leg articulation either way you go with this skirt on. and also with the design of the skirt itself, you could still get the side kicks without even warping it, so that's nice. For the chest area, it's a very, very beautiful looking clear translucent blue plastic. I hope it focuses. Focus. With the Akiba Ranger logo right there, and on the inside you can see even more detail that looks really techy, and I really like it. The shoulder panels are not soft plastic, they're hard plastic, but that's okay because you can still get the arms to do what you want, and yes, you can still get them to go up. All you have to do is just do some maneuvering. Waist joint, and of course the knees can bend. I really like the knees, how they have that kneecap right there. And the feet are small, but they're okay. I didn't have a lot of standing troubles at all. They do move fairly nicely, but mine is a little hard, and the toes bend. Alright, and one final thing I'd like to talk about is her head, where the helmet sculpt is really nice with her split ponytail design going on. Very nice detail inside there. Oh, and I forgot to put the scarf on. She has 3 different scarves. Here's the standard scarf that's just sitting there with no wind flowing. You just put it onto this ball joint right here. But putting the scarves on are really hard. I don't know if they get easier to put on over time because the plastic's new or what. And I'm trying to get the flowing in the wind scarf out. If you excuse me. It's really stuck in there. Okay, here we go. And just try your best to plug that in, and it's not happening. Yeah, this kind of worries me because the ball joint is really, really small. But it's on there. So you can have her looking like she's getting ready to fight and the wind's blowing. One thing that I want to point out, and I think this is just my figure only, the neck on my figure is very weird, where in the package I got her and she was looking upwards, but I couldn't move it anywhere else. I thought the joint was glued or just stuck for some reason, so I tried to move it, and this neck joint comes off way too easily. It's easy to put back on, but it's really hard to get the head to do what you want. I mean, it just gets stuck just way too easily, so I'm hoping over time it'll fix itself. So far nothing's broken, it's just very scary to move. So I'm pretty sure your figure would be fine, but her head still turns. I have a little trouble getting her to look sideways, but she won't be doing that a whole lot. What I really love about the visor is it has that shiny visor gloss to it that the Shinkangers have, that I think the Gokaigers lacked. I mean, they still had the visor, but it didn't have the shiny gloss. It was just matte black paint. And then also she has a little bit extra detail, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up or not. I doubt it. Where there's a notch in her visor where you can actually see her nose. I think, I don't know many Sentai figures. Not figures, but Sentais in general. I know they have mouthpieces and they have the lips, but I don't think there are really any with noses besides Battle Fever J. I think Battle Fever J is the only ones with noses. You guys can correct me if I'm missing something. Okay, let me pause the video and get a stage. Just a quick note, I do not own S.H.Figuarts Akiba Red yet, so I do not have the personal stages, but he is on time for delivery, so he'll be coming in soon. So right now I'm just using a regular Act 4 Tamashii stage. Works wonders. Get some very nice poses. Here she is holding the Moe Magnum Z-Kun. Very nice. The scarves really add a lot to the action, where it looks like there's actually wind flowing and stuff. and since Mitsuki is such a martial arts expert, she really needs that nice bit of articulation, and she can pull it off. Really cool. What I'd like to mention about Akiba Blue is that the white paint on her body is a very beautiful, glossy, reflective white, where it's obvious that S.H.Figuarts and Tamashii Nations have done a great job paying attention to detail. That's just a nice added touch that they didn't have to do. They could have just left it matte white and gave up, but no, they gave us a little bit extra, and I really like that. On the inside of her joints, it is plain white, and I understand why they didn't paint the joints, or else that would have caused a lot of friction and a lot of problems. But everything you see with your eye, pretty much, is very, very beautiful. For the size comparison, here is Mitsuki sitting next to Joe and Luca, the S.H.Figuarts Gokaiger versions of themselves. She is in perfect scale for the recurring female size S.H.Figuarts for the Sentai Rangers, and just a bit shorter than male Rangers. I just wanted to pull out Joe just to show you how she is a little bit of a lighter blue than him, and he is pretty much the same shade of blue as Rinosuke Shinken Blue. And they look great together. Oh, and just in case you wanted her to do the splits for when she does her roll call, she is able to do it even with the stationary skirt. All in all, I think that Akiba Blue is a great buy just for the figure herself. Even though she doesn't come with anything bonus, just for the figure herself, she's great. What I really love is that she is the first official, well, I guess unofficial, but she's the first S.H.Figuarts Sentai heroine that is not an exclusive, so if you shop at the right stores, you won't have to pay the exclusive price. You'll pretty much pay a range from, I'd say, $35 to $50, I'd say. I'd say that the figure herself is really great, but as a whole, it does kind of feel a teeny bit lackey for Sentai Figuarts, only because of her accessory count. Like, she comes with 3 different scars, but they're scarves, and pretty much one weapon, even though she has an abundance of hands, which we all know and love, but just one weapon just doesn't really cut it. At least with the Shinkengers, I know they did pretty much come with, you know, 2 weapons, but it still gives more variety. I mean, Akiba Rangers as a series was pretty short, and therefore they didn't have the chance to introduce a lot of things, like a lot of power-ups and stuff. So what I really would have hoped is that they would have also included the Boken Shovel in her pack, instead of including it with Boken Red. And as for Nobu, Akiba Red, they would have gave him the what do they call those? The deck of handcuffs or something like that. And for whenever Akiba Yellow is released, which I can't wait to buy her either. She looks like she's going to be just as awesome as this gal. For Akiba Yellow, she could have came with the wings that came with Red Hawk. Therefore, if you buy all 3 Akiba Rangers, you can combine all 3 of those special weapons, and you're pretty much done. You don't have to go out of the series to complete this team's arsenal. And also, I do distinctly remember, I don't know if it was Toy Fair or something, where Tamashii Nations was showing off all their Akiba Ranger stuff, and they did show alternate heads for the Akiba Rangers with anime versions of themselves. And those look really great, and I thought these would have been included in the initial release, but I guess we have to look forward for an effects part set, or they'll come as totally new figures, which I do not want them to come as totally new figures, because we already bought this. I'd rather an effects part set, or if they're first release bonuses for Akiba Yellow, hopefully. But all in all, I really do love this girl. And yes, I know you guys are going to wonder, and if you've looked in the right place, you know this, but just in case you want to know, and I agree with Mr. S, I do feel kind of weird doing this, but you bend over. Oh, by the way, she does have some warped, well, not warped, a design on her skirt where it's obvious there's a buttocks there. You lift it up. And she does have the bear design. My camera's not really focusing that well. There we go, it's kind of getting there. But yeah, you can totally see the bear. And you have to really look up to get it. But on the plus side, the copyright is also on the inside of the skirt, if you can't see it, so it's not ruining the figure. So there we go. S.H.Figuarts Akiba Blue.